Lions fans, what's going on? Let's talk about the game. Oh, man. Lions end up falling short to the Bears. It got ugly in the first half. We'll break down the tails of the halves. But, wanted to point out a few issues. Obviously, like I said, this game was winnable. As you can see, the way the Lions were starting to chop back in the second half, it was winnable. But it's up to the Lions to do that. We have been a chronic two-half team. And I can't even just get on the players, the personnel, as far as, what we have to offer is our roster. The coaching staff did some things today that I just really did not like. Be it the last thing that I just watched before I came in here with Dan Campbell deciding to go for it instead of kicking a field goal. Those are some of the old ways that we've had with some of the coaching staffs here in Detroit. So, you can't keep chalking everything up to the fact that we don't have the roster and it's a rebuild and Jared Goff's the quarterback and all these other things. The coaching staff, they cannot make mistakes like that. Anthony Lynn today takes a massive L. He takes a massive L, man. It's just as simple as plain as that. We did not run the ball when we needed to run the ball. We did at times, but that's how it's been all season. We did not need to have empty backfields out there when you got Williams, who has been pretty much getting whatever he wanted running the football. And at times you elected to run Swift up the middle, which that is not his thing. Swift is, I beat you to the edge, I run out and get some passes. That's just what he is right now. And then electing to go with him instead of Williams. So, yeah. Takes a massive L today for me, so to all the Bears fans out there, Crow and all of that, whatever. Listen, I want to say this. Don't get your hopes up thinking that Nagy and his staff and Fields are more than what they are. One thing that we do here as far as content creators, we watch a lot of film, and I'm probably sure the film is definitely going to tell the truth behind why a lot of those wide receivers were wide open. We got a chance to see some of it live with the blown coverages. We have a horrible secondary right now, terrible secondary right now. And, a lot of those, 20-plus yard passes, I think he threw for 20-plus yard passes. Those guys, except for one, he did throw a dime on one, but they were wide open. You know what I'm saying? Scott Mitchell right now, even being retired and obese, probably can make those passes. So our defense is just that bad. We are just that bad on defense. Even though we were able to come up with stops in the second half, we have a defense that just does that. We'll give up plays, we'll blow big coverages, but at the same time, they'll have spurts where they play really well and create some pressure out of nowhere. It's just what they are. We are a team that's very young and trying to develop some of these young dudes. So we have our moments, man. And when you get Fields in the backfield like that and he's not being pressured, the way that we was creating pressure on, say, for instance, Lamar Jackson last game, he's going to make them passes. It's just that simple. So it's the reason why they struggle, when they play some real defenses this season. So I just want to say, don't drink the Kool-Aid. Don't get yourself upset. That's my message to you Bears fans. For you Lions fans. All right, so let's start out with what from the beginning. First half, as usual, we got absolutely zero out of our quarterback. We got zero out of our quarterback in the first half. And once again, from a score standpoint, it just comes back to bite us. There's no way that we go into the red zone that many times and create not even 3 points. Not even 3 points. So it's partially Anthony Lynn and it's partially Jared Goff. Jared Goff sometimes looks great. But and he'll turn around and he'll do something that's like, what the hell? And this is what we've been pointing out, for a while now. But like I said, this loss is not on Jared Goff. It's absolutely not on Jared Goff. This was a collective team loss. We did everything possible to get in our own way. But in order to make up for some of those mistakes, you got to put some points on the board. And between Anthony Lynn and Jared Goff reading the defense and making the play calling, we did not do enough in the first half. So, like I said, this game is not totally on Jared Goff. It's a combination of the both. You know, our running backs did what they had to do. You know, TJ, when he was able to get the ball, he did what he had to do. You know, Raymond was amazing today. You know, receivers were open today. They were open today. We did have a few instances where we went to the wrong receiver. So, you know, that'll be coming up. You already know Mobby he'll be having those videos ready. He already did a rant video at halftime. So, you know, like I said, with a young team like this, it's just what's going to happen. It's just what's going to happen, man. You know, you're at Soldier Field. You, to me, legitly had a chance to make this game either more competitive or win this game still. I'm still sticking with that. I honestly do truly believe that. The Lions got in their own way. Soon as a Bears linebacker comes up to the line and jumps at Jared Goff, he gets to panicking and wants to go, you know, oh, this, and that. Ragnow hikes the ball. First turnover right there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on, man. Sometimes holding the ball too long, getting the ball knocked out of his hand, things like that. He did make some progressive plays that I was really proud of when he, you know, was able to get out of those situations and run. But there are some times where I felt like he just gave up on the play too early. So, like I said, you get the good and the bad when it comes to him as a quarterback, which, you know, it is what it is. But we cannot say we're losing these games or he's not playing well because he doesn't have the personnel on offense. Our receivers can catch the ball. Our receivers get open. Our running backs in our backfield can run the football. They can also catch the football. Our tight end should probably be one of the top 3 tight ends in this league, statistically right now. So that excuse has no weight with me because, once again, even though the defense gave up, you know, some plays today, gave up some big plays, they did produce some stops. They did put you in situations where you were in the red zone constantly, and we came up with absolute zero. So, you know, that's just a few things. That's you know, to point out the state of this team right now. Flowers is not playing. Okwara goes out early in the game. So basically, you know, ain't no real veterans out there. But who's your veteran out there? Jalen Reeves, maybe? You know what I'm saying? So who's your veteran out there? You got to think about that on the defensive end, man. And even though we gave up a lot of those big plays, we came out of the first half with only 14 points. 14 points ahead of us. When it should have probably been like, shit, double that. Double that. So, you know, he only, at the point where I started watching the game, Fields threw for 209 yards. It's nothing super exciting at all. Montgomery only ran for 109 or 106 or something like that, even though it felt like he was running all over us all day. But like I said, you still had a legit chance to win. But multiple things at the end of the game from the coaching staff, Dan Campbell, that terrible challenge. I don't even know why you even challenged that. Wasting the timeout. You know, from not taking that field goal opportunity. You were down a touchdown and a field goal. So whichever one you can have available, you do it. You kick that field goal, that 4th and 1. And that's what you do, man. So sometimes you got to simmer down with the kneecap biting. Sometimes you got to use your brain. Can't be out there like a rabid dog, man. So, you know, from the coaching standpoint, that's critical. It's not the reason we lost this game. Please don't think I'm saying that. I am far from one of those Lions fans to pick out some one thing and say that's the reason we lost. They used to do it to Caldwell. We lost this game because of a collection of reasons. A collection of reasons. So I hate when people do that. I absolutely despise when people say, well, if such and such would have did this, that, and this, we would have won the game. Yeah. But if we wouldn't have gave up 30 passes for 20 plus yards, or if we wouldn't turn the ball over constantly, or if we wouldn't have did this and that, we would have won too. So yes, the Lions beat themselves again to me this game. That's just my personal opinion. You know, hey, have at that whatever you will, but that is my personal opinion. They beat themselves in the very first half of this game, and then in the second half they decided to turn on something when it was too late. You know what I'm saying? But once again, some of the critical decisions of the coaching staff didn't help these young guys at all. You know, like I said, until we get that roster, until we do what we need to do, it's just a situation where we're going to have to do dog barking. That's night barking. But it is what it is. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I got some other sports to watch. NBA preseason started. The Rams getting ready to play. You know, I got work to do. So y'all find y'all something to do today. Other than that, y'all be blessed, man. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.